Max Laboratory. Your journey begins here.
I was born into a line of master alchemists. But I was a foolish youth. I cared nothing for my family's legacy. Only frivolous pleasures. One night, I left the cauldron brewing while I caroused with friends. That is when it happened. My home burned. My family gone. Because of my mistake. But I will not accept it. I will find the formula of life. I will bring them back. I was born into a line of master
I love this guy's flavor. Like,
I was a foolish youth.
It masterfully ties together why he would care about like relics and potions and like time as a concept, slowing and hastening as well as degradation via poison, as like it ties together his aspects so cool. What are we sipping on for the stream? There we are. I'm ready to lock in. I'm telling you, I'm ready to lock in. Bro left the stove on and decided to do necromancy about it. Legitimately. He went out carousing with friends, which means he was having a good time. Let's do it. Now, starting options, 12 gold, 2 income. There. Uninteresting, boring, disgusting. Get it out of my sight. Start with an enchanted item. And 6 gold, or choose a gold tier skill. Now, I recognize that a gold tier skill is the correct option, but this one's fun. Toxic Bottled Lightning. Deal 20 damage, burn 2. Poison equal to this item's burn. 100% crit chance. Small potion and weapon. Simeon says, enchanted item is least interesting on Mac IMO since you get reagents all the time. I would argue it's even more interesting because a lot of his basic items carry enchants well. They can carry them into the late game. And this is very important. If they suck, you can transform them still very easily. Heavy Venomander. Poison 1, 1 regen, slow an item. Or Turbo Smelling Salts. When you slow, haste the item to the left of this 1 second. It has double haste duration, so it'll be 2 seconds when it updates when I take it. Heavy Venomander. That seems useful. Turbo Smelling Salts also seems useful. Transforming this would be nice. Turbo's a better enchant because I can already get access to heavy things consistently. You can lose the enchantment if that item doesn't have that enchant on transformation. Rito found out. Yeah. Yep. But if I transform this into a potion... Or I can't think of a potion that doesn't have a haste. I'm going to take the Turbo Smelling Salts and look for some slow. Keen to sell non-weapon items. That's where I'm going to find some slow.
Not war.
Philosopher's Stone. When you transform a reagent, this permanently gains 2 regeneration. When you buy this, get a chunk of lead. There's also Nightshade. Every 6 seconds, poison 6. When you heal or gain regeneration, this gains 2 poison for the fight. If this is transformed, enchant it with Toxic if able. And then Hourglass. Adjacent items have cooldowns reduced. I'm going to take the Philosopher's Stone and Nightshade here.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
Chunk of lead, when transformed, transforms into a chunk of gold that I can sell for money. It's also a reagent type. Worth noting which of these there are. Reagents. And then Nightshade. I'll take you too.
Friend, but I'm glad you bought this.
So I'm taking Nightshade as well as Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone every 5 seconds gives me 1 regen. Nightshade, I gain regen every 5 seconds, so this gets 2 additional poison. It's not huge to start with, but like this'll be comfy enough for a little bit of time. But you're giving the enemy strength though. No, this isn't Brimstone. I don't know what you're talking about. Gonna wake the birds on floor 2 up. Fanged Inglet versus Kyverdrone versus Banana Ball. Kyverdrone for the possibility of picking up a trained for slows, give additional damage. Could be nice. Banana Ball also has duct tape, which is a slow, but I'm less interested in that. I love Nightshade. I love Nightshade, and now it's even an item. Honestly, this was an item beforehand. If you looted this in, like, especially pig runs, it was incredible. What's that pendant? This is the updated Eagle Talisman. Longshan. When you win a fight with Longshan in play, it gains 40 damage. Now, Jungle Ruins do have a unique outcome for Mac. It will give us a silver tier reagent, but I'm pretty... The new Bananable skill is so... I haven't even seen the new Bananable skill. As soon as I do, I'm gonna go... I'm very keen. For the moment, though. Jungle Ruins. You find abandoned ruins in a jungle, I could get a silver tier reagent from this. I've also gotten a potion from this when I was trying to get reagent. So... This brings me to another point. There are a lot of duplication bugs in the game right now. Enemies will drop items that you already have on a different tier, which means you get to keep both of them. Shops will sometimes just have the item that you want, again, as a different tier. I've had 2 diamond tiers of the exact same item. I'm gonna upgrade my Nightshade by changing it to the other Nightshade. Honey for a monster. I don't have any toys. I don't know if there's a unique reagent interaction there. I imagine not. Extract, 2 additional golds. No, 1 additional golds and 1 additional poison. Honestly, I kind of like it better that way. I can see how it'd get busted, though. I don't like it better this way. I'll tell you the reason why. Is because if you have to design around what players are capable of doing if they have access to 2 copies of whatever the unique effect is on the board at the same time, things get really dumb. Like... Items become insanely constrained if you have to plan around the fact that the player can get 2 of them on the board at the same time. They can't really do, like, large unique effects anymore. Because they would become stupid if you had 2 of them. i.e. Matchbox so good that when you dupe it, less good solo. Yeah, exactly. They reinforce each other to even better. I do care about slow, I just don't... I don't think Isla's the way to pick it up right now. Imagine 2 energy potions? What do you mean imagine? I have run that... I've had 7 Mac games yesterday before doing this stream today. Just, total honesty, I have played this character off camera. Hey, Grace. Welcome on in. Yeah, Bronze Extract still gave 2. Ma. No.
When we are finished, may I dissect you for
I
study?
thought that was a funny name, and then I was like, okay. I don't think it was. Oh my god. Look at those numbers. I had 4 health at the end. We just got there. Got them and gave them what they deserved. Eli sells potions. There's not many potions that Mac has that actually slow multiple targets. Sandstorm potion slows a single target. The heavy potion, smelling salt, slows a single target. I could go to the Lost Crate, pick up a skill. I didn't read the name closely at all. I think it says, my God, like, oh my God, here comes Rhapsody with a steel chair, my God. Yeah. And that's the internal canon I'm going to adopt as well, John. I'm going to grab this skill. Non-weapon items have 5% crit chance. Yes, please.
Another step forward on my path.
If they're selling bronze tier skills, 5 of your items have 10% crit chance. I mean, I could do that. I could have 5 of your items for a little bit of time here. I could also just get +1 poison to each, and it's probably better.
Quickly? Maybe I'm getting better at this.
Mandala transforms your items into something new. I could transform a chunk of lead, or I could transform a nightshade and get something with toxic on it. But also, the nightshade is very powerful, so I don't want to do that. Because it gets +4 poison on the silver level. I guess, like, the bronze one I could trade. I could trade the bronze one. That wouldn't be too bad. Get a medium-sized item. Yeah, let's do it. Transform your leftmost... This is the new shop, by the way. Mandala. Transforms your items into something new. I'll transform my leftmost medium item into another item at the same size and tier. And, if able, it will be transformed to toxic. Oh, wow! That's huge! So, Aludel, 7 seconds, has 10 poison. This has +1 multicast for each adjacent potion or reagent. And it has double poison. It typically does poison, so let's pop it between the chunk of lead and the nightshade, and now it's 30 poison every 7 seconds. Oh, but now I need more space for turbo smelling salts. Very easy way for me to take out Rogue Scrapper right now. I don't think I'm going to go for the giant mosquito. I do really care about the additional experience this early on. Giant Mosquito does have Amber, but I literally have Amber in my own toolkit as I am Mac. You do not, Chryse. You get them automatically. Everyone does. Bobby Boy says you can swap lead for smelling salts. The lead is currently giving an additional multicast to the Toxic Aludel.
Man or beast? Sometimes it's hard to tell.
Smelling salts would give multi too? No, it wouldn't. It is not a reagent. Barbed wire. When you shield, this gains 5 damage in the fight. I can't wait to sell that. B1 and B2, upgrade a bronze item. Upgrading Toxic Aludel for just the additional poison, I think, is the absolute hit here.
Restorations.
thing of true beauty.
Gave it 8 additional poison. Jungle Ruins to pick up a silver tier reagent. Moth Meal! I like this one. Every 5 seconds, slow a single item 2 seconds. When this is transformed, enchant it with heavy, if able. Heavy, of course, then giving me more access to slow? Why did I want... Oh, yes, turbo smelling salts. That's why I wanted access to slow. Forgot about that. All right.
I will fight you, but only so that I can study.
Now, this character is very capable of killing us because they do damage with weapons that hit us, and we don't have HP. Crit, and I'm dead. It didn't crit. The grenade had a 25% chance to crit there, and I would have lost the game. Would I? Actually, I don't know. What's the rundown on the whole reagent thing? Reagents are items that the game wants you to transform and will give you some additional benefit for transforming. Toxic Aludel at 9 poison with 3 multicasts and doubling the poison from Toxic is insane. Is Shoeblade still not real? Yeah, they haven't added it to the game yet. They will one day, though. Maybe.
After all these centuries, there is still more to learn.
Bronze tier weapon, bronze tier loot item, bronze tier item. I'll take the 2 gold and the bronze tier loot item, please. Truffle! Sell this. Leftmost item gets +1 value. Does anyone else get this, that when you drink caffeine, your nose becomes itchy? Is that just me? I feel like I might have like a low tier addiction. I have a high tier addiction to caffeine. I think I might have a low tier allergy to it as well. This has always happened to me, and I've been drinking caffeine for a decade and a bit. Okay. It's a unique thing I should look into, maybe. Oh, eating contest. I like this really early on as Mac, because you do not have good access to HP. Mac is squishy. Addiction and allergy to the same substance is not good. No, it doesn't sound like it would be. Give a gold chocolate bar to transform. Oh, I see the point, Wob. Because it would become a gold small item, which is cool. I'm going to hit the moth meal instead. So that I can activate that heavy transformation. Oh, hell yeah! That's so sick! Okay. This potion is called the Infinite Potion. You gain 1 regen for the fight, and then you reload this potion. And it slows an item for a second, so it triggers the Turbo Smelling Salts and Nightshade. In fact, if I put it on the other side of Turbo Smelling Salts, it activates literally every 2 seconds. Does Mac have items that transform other items, or do you need that specific event? It does have items that transform other items. And yeah, it's a good adjacency for the Toxic Aludel. It could even go all the way over there if I really wanted it to, in which case I could take that off field and field a barbed wire. I mean, there'd be no reason not to run that, though. I definitely beat the Eccentric Etherite here. I am admittedly a little bit threatened by the fact that I'm not going to be doing any direct damage to her, but I am going to be slowing her. Multicast, you lost it. Right, yes. Thank you.
The sparks! They're everywhere! But the Bazaar will go dark without me!
Oh, because the turbo smelling salts does its own slowing every 7 seconds. That's why it was getting additional. Makes sense. Wasn't thinking about that. Skill? Force field. Only 6 gold? How dare you. Mountain boss, 100%. I am absolutely strong enough to take on a mountain boss. It was uneventful. Unfortunately, you have to risk that for the bisque that.
Formula of life is revealed.
I can drop barbed wire so that it does some shielding, like force field, I guess. I mean, upgrading a bronze tier item, the turbo smelling salt certainly seems like a good idea. Get some additional duration.
With more time,
2 additional
greater
seconds of
perfection.
haste. It's pretty impactful. Pretty impactful. Let's hit the lost crate and just get a skill. Sick. Toxic. When you poison, your weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. That hits every 5 seconds. This is still every 10? I don't know. 5 regeneration from the Philosopher's Stone every 5 seconds when it goes off. Still pretty good regen. It's just I want the turbo smelling salt speeding up the nightshade now, I think. Who was the merchant on the left there? It was Volpak. No, it wasn't Volpak. It was Bronze Guy. He buys your bronze items for +1, and he sells all items. So he sells the same item subset as JJ, I think. All right, Somberg.
You remind me of someone I fought last century.
That's a lot of poison items, my friend. That's a lot of potions. Wait, is Matt canonically immortal? Yep. He became an old man, and he learned enough arcane secrets that he reversed his age, and a lot of his items are about forestalling death. Dumpster diving. At the start of each day, get a random potion, and they're just flooding the board with a bunch of potions. Cool. So based, I hope I get so old that I get young. Can't wait the Benjamin button. I know it's gonna happen one day. Honestly, I find it really difficult to pass over eating contests as Mac. It's so difficult early for him to get max HP. Max HP. There's something there. I'll figure it out for a thumbnail at some point, but right now, Irma's eel and regeneration items are also really impactful, though. If you notice, the old man in the Memento Mori item is not just his dad or grandpa, but him before rejuvenation. It's also like an literary, like, it's definitely a literary reference to the Book of Dorian Gray. Or the Portrait of Dorian Gray, sorry. Don't lie, you just want to see Herma. Look, I just think it's a strategic decision, okay? Also, I gotta be honest, I actually think it's the eating contest. There's another transformation available from Mandala. I could go there and transform the chunk of lead, but that's just additional money. I don't want the money right now. Selling selling small and large items seems better. Save a bar for transmutation this time. Not only will I save a bar for transmutation this time, I'm also gonna buy the item that transmutes it. How about that? Potion Distillery. Your potions have +1 ammo. Your potions reduce their cooldowns by 10%. And when you visit a merchant, transform the small item to the left of this into a random potion.
You see that, Barkin? That's how it's done.
And yes, Catalyst has been entirely changed. After you buy or sell 3 reagents, transform and enchant it. Transform this and enchant it, rather.
Happy to exploit you. I mean, help you.
I do like that when you transmute lead, you get gold too. Yeah, because when this is transformed, you gain a chunk of gold, and this is still transformed, so you get both. But this is going to give a gold tier potion. Yeah, it's good. Guess these are my most sellable. I thought they changed this to everyday transform. No, they changed Aludel, which is a medium item that otherwise carried the same bottom text. They changed Aludel to be only once every day. This is now once every merchant. One of them needed to be once every merchant. Otherwise, you can't do it. Otherwise, there's not enough transformation in the game. I have a lot of health. And I gain regen. Is it enough? Flame Juggler is really annoying. $770. I'd want turbo smelling salts. Regen saves you, right? Yeah, but like, I'd want the turbo smelling salts to, like, you know, amp up the Philosopher's Stone so that I get enough regen to survive. Did they change retiree's skills? Like, does his skill now say when you heal or gain regeneration? Let's have a look. When you heal. Still, only when you heal. Alright, I'll just take down Flame Juggler. That's fine.
Support the arts. Give me your gold.
Doesn't regen heal you every second. Heals you once every second. Burn damaged you 2 times every second.
A fickle lover.
Lifesteal is heal now, so you know. Yep. When regen ticks, it counts as a heal trigger. I was wondering if that was going to be the case. Oh, doesn't it heal you? Heal, capital H. Heal as in trigger the heal? Interesting. Does that count? Let's actually look at that fight. We'll see when regen comes in if I'm losing 2 triggers of burn per second. No. I'm not losing 2 triggers of burn per second. When regen ticks, it can't count as a heal trigger for the sake of removing things. Otherwise, this number would be going down by allotments of 2. Back when I was playing the game, like, for the first time, that was something I was very curious about. But no, I don't think they changed that. Are you sure, Wob? Because, like, I'm...
Closer and closer. I can hear my sister's laughter.
Slow and steady. When you slow, your weapons gain 2 damage to the fight. Neat. Start of each day, get a random potion. It would be silver tier, not super over the top about that. Backroom dealings, when you visit a merchant, permanently gain 25 max health. Honestly, 25 max health every time I go to a merchant and transform an item, not bad. Does heal clear burn? Yes. Do I have a healing item? Can I show that? I can't demonstrate that right now. Slow and steady, when you slow, your weapons gain 2 damage to the fight. That's never going to be like a primary scaling tool for my slow items right now. But like, I'm like a poison build right now and I get my damage from poison. I'm going to go backroom dealings. I want to get enough max HP as Mac.
But it's beautiful up there.
I don't have to worry. Visiting a merchant right now would transform the chocolate bar as well as give us 25 max HP. I'll do it.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
Vitality potion. Heal equal to 50% of your max HP. Oh, it doesn't carry the heal keyword, unfortunately. Dang. Hey, Mac Divine, welcome on in. Shard of Obsidian is a reagent. Oh, we should also go through all of these new items as well, by the way. Sword Cane. Every 5 seconds, deal 10 damage. If this is adjacent to a regen item, gain 2 regen for the fight. If it's adjacent to a burn item, burn 2. If it's adjacent to a poison item, poison 2. This is a weird one, because it still shows that it has those, even when it's not doing them. I really wish this would graphically update to show what it's doing when it's doing different things. But I guess, like, because it's in this state, you can sell cinders and give this additional burn, but then that burn only occurs if it's adjacent to a burn item. I don't know. This feels strange sometimes. Maybe that's just me. Also, it gives value to items like Venomander, which has poison and regeneration, or Thurable, which has burn and regeneration. It's cool. It's also leeches. We've seen this before. Every 9 seconds, deal 20 damage. When you poison, gains 10 damage for the fight and has lifesteal by base. Shard of Obsidian. When this is transformed, enchant it with Obsidian, which turns it into a weapon, if able. Also has lifesteal by default. Because I have the Catalyst, when you buy or sell 3 reagents, transform and enchant this, I'm going to buy and then sell the shard.
Make me proud.
And we get the Restorative Shrinking Potion. Reduce your enemy's max HP by 10% for the fight, and then heal 75. And the heal is also not properly given a tooltip here. It seems like a good item. I gotta say, because I don't care about the shielding from Force Field, like, this is about as effective. Yo, we need to talk about goop flail. Goop flail! 12 seconds? What do you mean 12 seconds? It's unplayable! And then I flip the table. 12 seconds, deal 1 damage. Poison, equal to this item's damage. Multicast of 3. When you upgrade this, it loses seconds on its cooldown. 11 and then 10. Spider Mace, when you slow or poison, charges 2 seconds. Also, Vial Launcher is here as well. When you use a potion, deal 10 damage. When you reload or transform a potion, this gains 10 damage to the fight. So Goop Flail. When you poison, your weapons gain 5 damage for the fight, which means this gains 5 damage, which means it also gains 5 poison. Before the first Goop Flail goes off, I will have poisoned 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 times. So this will have 20 damage, then 25, then 30. Do you see how nutty this is gonna get? So it's blowgun plus? Yep, it's 3 blowguns at the same time. Yeah, I'm gonna leave up in the air what I'm gonna do with this. I'm not even gonna tell you.
I prefer action.
How about that? But I'm gonna do some stupid stuff with this. Let's get the haste giver all the way over here. I honestly don't think Nightshade is actually that important for me to leave on the board right now. I think I could easily go with double potions on either side there. I'm going to sell the barbed wire for a spider mace because using weapons and poison is tied to one another via toxic right now. Real question's how goopy that flail? It'll get pretty goopy. Trust. Trust it will. Next thing I need to do is get money, so let's go to this mountain boss and fight the Blood Reef Raider.
Witness my strength, lads.
Oh my god, give me ammo stash. Leftmost ammo item has 2 additional ammo, it was?
Lads will never let me forget this.
Mm-hmm. Crow's Nest. I have nothing that triggers at start of day, right? This seems broken, but how hard is it to get both the skill and the weapon? Weapon starts at silver tier, skill starts at silver tier, so not especially, but I'm not done yet. Oh, Mac Divine, if you think this seems broken, you are not ready for what I'm gonna do. I mean, having access to the ability to give it lifesteal honestly isn't bad. I'd have to lose a multicast on the Toxic Aludel unless I wanted to take the haste off the board, but I don't want to take the haste off the board, obviously. I don't need to sell it just yet. All right, we're going fine.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
Worst 3 places, though,
Seek
100%.
the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer? Fight me again. I must repeat the experiment.
The Vitality Potion there, by the way, fully saved us. 100% saved us. This enemy has Arthanor. Every 5 seconds reloads 2 items when you use a potion, burns 7. They also have Fiery, Final Flame, and Heated Shells. When you use an ammo item, burn 2. They also have Candles. When you use a small item, charges 2 seconds. They had all of that. And we still thumped them. Valpak! Sells items, buys your bronze items a +1. I'm not going there. I'm going to go to a Lost Crate and pick up a skill. We're on day 5, so this could even be a gold tier skill. Or it could be improvised weaponry. When you crit, your weapons gain 5 damage to the fight. Sure. Don't lose your gold chunk? Yeah, I'm constantly thinking about that. I do want 150 extra HP, but I do think I need to save my money right now. I think it's time to get rid of the crow's nest. It's never going to be worth 3 spaces on board.
Come on in. Let's chat.
Noxious potion, rather. And we got a chunk of gold, sells for 5. Noxious potion. Every 5 seconds. Poison for 3. Only has 1 ammo. I don't really see that coming with us. Rainbow potion. Every 7 seconds, burn 3, poison 3. Freeze small items slow. There's also Ice Claw. Every 9 seconds, deal 50 damage, and then freeze 2 items for 1 second. When you freeze, this gains 30 damage for the fight. And then finally, Throw Net. Slow 1 item for 2 seconds. This has +1 multicast for each weapon or friend your enemy has. Super useful. That's a lot of slowing. That said, I don't need that much slowing. In fact, I already have Permahaste on the Goop Flail just from Heavy Infinite Potion and the Smelling Salts. No one asks, has the Wholesome crew played Repo together? Yes. I think 3 times, actually, for the Wholesome vs. Life. Does that double up on friend weapons? No, it says weapon or friend. Time to roll. Remember, you too shall die. The first time you would die each fight, heal for 1 and take no damage for 1 second. There's also Thurable, Burn, and Regen, and then finally Catalyst. After you buy or sell 3 reagents, transform and enchant it. I'm going to take that.
Doesn't work out for you. Come back for a refund.
I don't want Memento Mori here, I don't think. I absolutely want to go to the mod squad, though. I want to transform the restorative shrinking potion because it's just not going to go on board as it currently is. Will it keep restorative? It can only transform into a potion from laboratory. And I believe all of the potions have a restorative enchant, so yes. No, it's a fish in a birdcage reference. I'm a fish inside a birdcage. My brother always sings me songs. What do we get? Charcoal. When you use another friend, this gains 2 burn for the fight. Neat.
The Bazaar
Not
has
going to be
many
what we use, though.
secrets. I will uncover them all.
Does Bottle Tornado have restorative? Off the top of my head, I can't guarantee it, but I can say, yeah, probably. I'm almost certain it does. Wait. Raps listens to them? Yes. Have I heard all of their tracks? No. My favorites are Fish in a Birdcage and Memento Mori. So, like, we're very much like, it's the 2 songs I know that we're talking about at the moment, which makes it very easy for me. Arms Locker, Silver Loot. So Raptago's learning the new voice lines. I don't have an accent for this. The docks. Kina sells no weapon items. I'm gonna go to Kina. I'm looking for reagents to buy and sell for the sake of catalysts. And I'm looking for a property.
Peaceful, punish the warful.
Large property. Library. All weapon cooldowns are increased by 1 second. Your non-weapon items cooldowns are decreased by 1 second. I mean, that is super cool. We got a restorative bottled lightning on the other side of that. Not super over the moon about that. That's fine. Frozen Flame. Every 5 seconds, burn 8. When you freeze, this gains 4 burn for the fight. First time you fall below half health each fight, freeze all enemy items in 1 second. I have no freeze access. And then Fireflies. 7 seconds to burn 3. When you slow, this gains an additional burn for the fight. None of those are especially relevant to us right now because Goop Flail is what I really want to build around. Courtesy of having Goop Flail, toxic, improvised weaponry, I really feel like that's a good direction for us. Earrings! When you haste or slow, charge this 1 second. Gives you 75 max HP for the rest of the fight. When I slow, I also haste. So this gets 2 seconds of trigger every time the infinite potion goes off. I also can upgrade the infinite potion for an extra regen. I'm gonna take all of this.
Use that for the good of all.
But I'm gonna lose regen gain from Philosopher's Stone, unfortunately, in order to gain more max HP. I think that's worth it. Wait, was there a reagent? Oh, was there a reagent in the first store? If there was, then I messed up. Should have bought and sold that. Is it just max health or max and current health? That's a great question. I assumed it was both. It might not be. Gosh, maybe it isn't both. I mean, I do intend to gain regen. I'm not gaining a lot regen right now. Vitality potion, it's just max HP? Oh, okay. It doesn't heal you? That's fine. We'll enchant it with restorative. It'll be okay. Mandala. Transform your items into something new. I think it's about time I transform the Nightshade. Because there's not that many ways to transform a medium item. We have the... Toxic, the Tome of Yarn. When you transform a reagent, permanently gain 5 regeneration. Woo! The first time you fall below half health each fight, poison 13. Thanks. I'll be leaving that in my inventory. We'll be trying to transform reagents. Because that's what the potion distillery wants me to do. Keep that bad boy in the stash and it's great. It's not awful. I do like the additional regen for it. I just wish the enchant had any... That's an interesting toxic effect for a stash item. It would only have that if I were on board. If this was on board, it would do that. It won't do that in the stash. That's what I'm saying. Like, an item that's only ever in the stash maybe should have a stash enchant. Maybe. Oh, that's what you mean. Right. Interesting as in weird. Got it. Gammon. The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Mr. Freeman. So wake up. Wake up and smell the ashes. That's all of our favorite speech from Half-Life 2, right? Right?
I have faced
We all
everything
memorized that
exactly
speech because
like
his voice was really interesting, right? I see. Your flagship will haste, and then that Shadow Cloak, and then Bolus, and then Shock Ray. Oh boy. I got. That's a lot of damage, and I don't have a huge amount of max up. That was kind of to be expected, to be fair. That did need to happen to me sooner or later. What was that chance of critting 4 times in a row? Couldn't tell you. It happened. Let me go check out what Middle's up to.
I'll help you find who does.
Sifting pan. At the start of each day, get a small reagent. When you sell a reagent, permanently gain 1 regeneration. I like it, but... Oh, there's Bottle Tornado, by the way. Sandstorm begins. Don't know, only played 3 quarters of the first Half-Life? Okay, yeah. Sorry, buddy. You might not even have seen the G-Man. Remember the guy in the suit? Have you been looking in the backgrounds appropriately to see the man in the suit? Maybe I do just need to free out the items that I have. I don't need this Philosopher's Stone. Gains 11 regeneration for the fight. That's a good number, though. It's a good number. Wait, that means at 7 we Sandstorm? Yep, the Sandstorm would immediately begin 7 seconds into the fight. I can't buy Sifting Pan and roll because if I find something better, I won't be able to use it because I already bought Sifting Pan and rolled. Covetous Raven. When you use another relic or an enchanted item, charges 2 seconds. So the Toxic Aludel, the heavy the heavy infinite potion, and the turbo smelling salts would all trigger 2 seconds of charge on the Covetous Raven. Covetous Raven would get some decent damage from having Toxic. Magic Carpet, when you crit, reduces items cooldown by 1 second for the fight. If I was critting enough, maybe, but I got like 5 seconds crit on a couple items. Potion! It's a potion of potions. Transformed into 2 small potions for the fight. Hiya, Carapace. Welcome on in.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it. It all works out.
I don't think I have anything I want to transform at the moment, so I'm going to go to Kina. I'm looking for reagents as well as a certain particular item I'm not going to tell you about until I see it. Aludel! I could give this some additional poison. It's probably not a bad idea. Weaselpede. Every 6 seconds, freeze an item for 1 second. If your enemy has poison, this has +1 multicast.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
There's also the Palanquin over there. Satchel. Every 8 seconds, reload 2 items. When you reload, gain 2 regeneration for the fight. When you buy a potion, increase this item's regeneration by +1. Mortar and Pestle. Weapon of the item of this has lifesteal. And every 7 seconds, give your lifesteal weapons 15 additional damage. And then finally, Philosopher's Stone. Upgraded. When you transform a reagent, this permanently gains 4 regeneration now. And when you buy this, you get an upgraded chunk of lead. So this is now keeping its regeneration from the earlier modifications. And I get, ooh, cool, Restorative Frost Potion. Honestly, I probably just sell this. This is way too much. Now I have another reagent, which can get transformed by the potion into a chunk of gold, which is silver tier for 10 gold.
My mind glows. I see everything.
I want a silver tier upgrade for Goop Flail, because Goop Flail loses a second from its charge,
Beauty.
down to 11 seconds. I don't know if my damage is actually fast enough to get through Infernal. I think it is.
I can consume you.
Regen keeps you alive, not past a certain point in this fight. The Infernal eventually just gives you so much burn that your regen isn't really going to help you. Got him.
Enjoy this moment. You have few left.
Whole lot of poison out of this bad boy. Cinders plus 4 burn. Do I want crit on my Goop Flail? 50% crit chance. That's what the deadly enchant would be. Cinders should be a reagent. That would be nice. Transform Cinders? Yeah, I should keep it for that, because then I'll get a diamond tier of what comes out of it. Cheers. Good idea. I think I have to go to Barkun. Extra damage when you crit. Sure, but it's on a very slow weapon. Like, I want this to get damage from other... Like, I want non-weapon items to be critting for the improvised weaponry, largely. It also costs me max HP. And he doesn't want to give up any of his. Because it's max. No, but seriously, we're going to the Barkun. Barkun's going to be great. Barkun!
Small items, small people. I love them all.
Sell a chunk of gold.
Than Quixel.
Regeneration potion. Gain 8 regeneration for the fight. Fine. I'm going to put Cinders over the other side here.
It's so tiny.
Candles. When you use a small item, charges 2 seconds. There's also Apothecary. When you haste, slow, poison, or burn, charges 1 second. At the start of each day, get a reagent. It's so large. And then Alembic. At the start of each day, transform transform the small item on the left of this into a random potion. When you buy this, get a small reagent. Start of each day. Are all reagents 1 slot? No. There are 2 slot reagents. I think I do have to sell earrings as much as I don't want to.
Oh, it's like the baby birds that nested in my mother. I'll show those stumps back home. I'm gonna be a business tree.
I'll take Alembic. We've got Hemlock. If this is transformed, enchant it with Toxic if able. So that's going to happen at end of day. This one's going to happen at next merchant. Athena! Boo, 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 boo! This got heavily nerfed, but what it does now, every 5 seconds reloads 3 items, and when you use a potion, burn 6. I could also have that be burn 10, courtesy of Cinders. And then the heavy internet potion's burning 10. The vitality potion's burning as well, but it also gets reloaded. Whatever. Cauldron. Every 5 seconds, burn 1 and poison 1 for each type this has. It has the types of items you have. And then finally, Show Globe. Every 7 seconds, burn 3, gain 3 regen. When you use a potion, this gains 1 burn and 1 regeneration for the fight. I'm not gonna take any of these. I have plans, y'all. Let's head to the mountain pass, take a fight. Metatron, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Enjoy your emotes in chat and welcome back to the Republic. Or welcome to the Republic, rather. Thank you for Jeff Bezos' money. I will use that on perishables and potables, thus influencing the economy. Yum. Good turtle.
A waste of my time. But I do have plenty.
Is the genie lamp item event gone for good? Not good. They just don't have the tech to re-implement it without a bug at the moment. Hunker down. The first time you fall below half health each fight, shield equal to 30% of your max health. Super useful for us. We have nothing. We only have Alembic that triggers at start of day, transforming Hemlock then. Do I want to transform Cinders first, just in case? It's going to become a potion.
My power burns hotter, melting away impurities.
Orlin teaches gold tier skills and Bjorn teaches free skills, but Professor Wriggle is here to teach us poison skills.
Free admittance to my lectures about poison.
Such as Toxin Injector. The first time you use an item each fight, haste a poison item 2 seconds. I could also get Toxic Shield. The first time you fall below half health each fight, shield equal to 2 times the poison on your opponent. That'll actually be pretty significant. Chemical Fire. Your burn and poison items have +2 poison and burn. I'm gonna roll. And then I'm gonna regret it. Your rightmost poison item has +4. It is toxic, so it gets +8, which is nice. Exposing toxins when you poison your items gain 1% crit chance of the fight. Sure. Or upgrading improved toxins. It's exposing toxins. We'll get some crit chance out of that, courtesy of helping the...
It's Professor Wriggle.
Which itself will help the improvised potion, but still, it's not long. It doesn't, you know? Metatron says, Yo, Raps in the Honorable Republic. I'm an old, long-time sub of Sneaky Teak and watched every Take a Peek and fell in love with the content. It's very kind. Recently found your Bazaar series and I'm happy to see you return to it with the ... corrected monetization. You and I both, buddy. You and I both. Good to have you. Yeah, let's transform the Hemlock first. I'm gonna head to Galley.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Oh. I mean, yes, they're gonna be hasting a Catfish, and Catfish, like, poison, 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 and haste. Like, they are set up for that. Is it gonna be better than mine? Like, yes, it scales, but...
Like my crew says at the
yeah, I've already got
bar,
300 poison on
another
these, so...
round.
It scaling now isn't really that relevant. They nerfed Catfish even further back down? Did they? What? In this game's haste, it gains 4 poison. Did they nerf it in the hotfix? Oh, they did. Yeah, because it would be 6 at that point. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it used to be 6, as in used to be, before the hotfix. It would be 6 at silver. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8 now instead. Unfortunately, exclamation mark Discord does not work at the moment. Oops. Toxic Rainbow Potion has double poison. Honestly, not really that relevant to us. Anti-cell small items. That'll transform our cinders as we walk in there. Catch you around, Lady Foxen.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
Smelling salts upgrade. I'll happily take it. Not really going to be too relevant, but I'll happily take it. We also got Crocodile Tears. In 13 seconds, deal 1 damage. Incredibly powerful item. But not because of anything I've read so far. When your enemy takes damage, this gains 30 damage for the fight. Interesting. I haven't used this super successfully yet. I'm very intrigued, though. Smelling salts upgrade. Yes. How's that function with poison? Poison damages once per second. Burn damages twice per second, though. Myrrh. When this is transformed, enchant with restorative if able. Strength potion as well. I'm going to ignore those. I'm going to be very picky. Spider Mace. 10 more damage. I'll take it. Hemlock. When this is transformed, enchant with toxic if able. I'll take that too.
Fire's remorse never. Be remorseless.
It got buffed too in the hotfix. It was a lot less damage buff before. Yeah. It was absurdly low. If I sell that right now, I can pick up Catalyst. Let's do that. Oh, Fiery Philosopher's Stone. When you transform a reagent, this permanently gains 4 regeneration and it burns equal to its regeneration. A 5-second 23 burn trigger? I mean, that would be pretty good. That said, I'm not gonna do that. We've got to try and provoke a fight here because, oh my god, not only do we want to try and provoke a fight here, this is a great fight for us. Viper Tyrant has the skill Poison Tyrant. When you poison, gain 4 regeneration for the fight. Also has the Venom item when you use the weapon to the left of this, Poison 3. Both of those are super exciting.
I seek the ultimate power. I have no time for you.
I have no time for you as well. I say here to Copperhead, who takes 7 seconds to poison for 3 and then shield for 15. Let me swap back to the other screen. Come on. There we go. That gets bugged sometimes. Definitely selling Copperhead. Probably going to end up selling Fiery. And just transforming the Crocodile Tears again. The new art for Weaponized Core and Companion Core is great. It is. I seldom get to see it, though, because everyone's playing Mac. Give me the item I've been looking for. I want to show the people.
Not all my subjects survive my experiments.
Well, when you use another aquatic item, charge this 1 second. Irrelevant to us.
With enough power, I will defeat death itself.
I'll take a silver tier loot item if it gives me 6% cooldown reduction on the goop flail. Let's head into Quicksall so that we can get a transformation on the crocodile tiers, as well as look for
You're huge. Do you have any huge items?
more transformers ourselves. Invulnerability potion. You take no damage for 1 second. The first time you fall below half health each fight, use this. There's also Frost Potion and Show Globe again. I'll roll past those. Runic Potion. Hastes your lifesteal weapons for 1 second, and a weapon gains lifesteal for the fight. It does have 2 ammo. That's nice, at least. Venomander, 6 seconds, 2 poison, 2 regen.
Try Barcoon.
Nothing really relevant in that shop at all for us. I'm going to go to Tox Clocks, despite the fact that I'd like to go to the Botanical Gardens. I have a lot of money.
Hurry up!
Oh, Vitality Potion. Heal equal to 100% your max health. Sure. I don't need 2 of those with the same timer, so this one can probably get sold or transformed. I'll sell it. Incense is now slowing 2 items for a single second, gaining re-age. But I already have Perma Haste on this, so it's not necessary. Heavy Fire Potion. Magnus's Femur. When you slow, charges 2 seconds, and it gains 50 damage for the fight. If I had more slow triggers that weren't just the Heavy Infinite Potion and Turbo Smelling Salt, so like not that much, I could see running Magnus's Femur. Fossilized Femur is super good. Charges itself. Come on. How could it not be? Hourglass. Items have their cooldown reduced by 8% rather. Refractor. When you slow, freeze, burn, or poison, this gains 20 damage for the fight. And then finally another bottle tornado. Not at all relevant to us, thank you. Does this mean the Oasis Guardian is Magnus? We don't know that the Oasis Guardian is wielding his own bone. Perhaps that bone was just buried in that oasis. Alright, after we get our enchant, I'm going to be much more comfortable. After we find another item that I'm looking for, we're going to become much more comfortable as well.
Boring.
Oh, so you're just doing like a big heal and regen build. That's fun. That's exactly the kind of build I want to go against. Oh, buddy. No, I don't think you're going to be surviving our poison.
Well, I guess motivation isn't everything.
Am I tripping or did music just start? Yeah, the other person had music. Had a cosmetic music equipped. Very low amount of regen from close signed, admittedly true. Mandala, transform item is something new. Isla sells weapons. I kind of want to go to Isla just looking for goop flail right now. That's so narrow, though.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight.
Staff of the Moose. Every 13 seconds, deal 200 damage with multicast 2. The first time you fall below half health each fight, you take no damage for 1 second and gain 25 regeneration for the fight. Your weapons have plus damage equal to 2 times your regeneration. So you can have this and Memento Mori and like Hunker Down super helpful in that way as well. And start the sandstorm and then just out-survive your enemy. That's super cool. Sunlight Spear, deal damage equal to the regeneration on plus the burn on both players, and then burn equal to your regeneration. You have 4 additional regeneration. Tzedian Dagger gives the potion to the left of this 2 additional ammo. Ritual Dagger, deal 2 damage. Gain regeneration for the fight equal to this item's damage. That's actually probably significantly better than the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone every 5 seconds gives us 23 regen, but the thing is, with Toxic, when we poison, our weapons gain 5 damage to the fight, so this is going to get us so much more regen.
And when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
Staff of Moose plus Goop Flail seems neat. Additional damage equal to your regen. The thing is, the regen has to come from somewhere. So, like, Ritual Dagger is making it a lot more impactful right now. But was it impactful before that? Maybe. Maybe. Leeches. When he poison gains additional damage to the fight. The Governance Raven. I'm fine, thank you. Let's check out what Quixel's up to.
Send me your huge items. Price? Don't care.
Catalyst. When you buy or sell 3 reagents, transform this and enchant it. And it's diamond tier already. Interesting. Mirror, transform into the medium item to the left of this for the fight. It does not get its enchant. At least it didn't when I tried it before.
I only sell things so I can buy things. Huge things.
Ritual Dagger upgrade. Lose 2 seconds off of its cooldown. Interesting. There's also Calcinator. Whenever you transform a reagent, this gains 6 burn. At the start of each day, get a chunk of lead, and then Regeneration Potion, giving us additional regeneration. I do need to
Not very big though, is it? Midsworth
get rid of
says I
some
have to
stuff
trade
here.
Even when I don't care. I guess I made a sale.
There's our level 10 as
Another
well.
step forward on my path.
Interesting. Languid Dunes, enchanted item with a slow effect. Slow effects speed up the turbo mace. So like I could give the spider mace a slow effect, and then every time it goes off, it'll slow the enemy and then give itself 2 seconds worth of charge. Which is nice, but it's relatively low in impact. Goop Flail would get slow 1 item 4 seconds. Random the Vitality. So the Vitality ones are, like, the burn one would be burn equal to 5% this item's heal. So 5% is 150 burn, I think. There's a few neat additions to the board I'm thinking of. Does one of the items from Lich scale with regen or give a bunch of regen? Yes, you're thinking of the Necronomicon. His legendary item is 2 space. You can only get it from that fight. I kind of want a random on Goop Flail, if I'm honest with you. Because I want something that scales to the impact of our most impactful item. And, like, healing would be good on this, not on Vitality. Shielding would be good on this, not so much on Vitality. Poison would be great on this. It'd be fine on Vitality.
Have you ever considered becoming triangular?
Burn. Fiery Goop Flail now burns equal to the item's poison. Oh my god, Dragon! Oh my god, Dragon! Please! Please give me Draconic Rage. When you use a medium item, one of your burn items gains plus 10 burn for the fight. The Toxic Hull you dealt gives the Fiery Goop Flame 30 burn every time it goes off. Could be good, could be fun. Durgron! Dogob!
Disgusting creatures.
Dragonheart. Double the burn of an item for a fight. When you burn or use a dragon item, charge this 2 seconds. I gotta tell you, admittedly, like, increasing the damage on this increases its burn more than increasing the burn on this. When an item has multicast, does it snapshot the damage at the start of the activation, or does it allow successive hit to ramp up? Ramp up. It allows them to ramp up. So Toxic, for instance, is going to be 10 damage, 15 damage, 20 damage. Because it comes with poison charges for the next hit. Dragonheart. When when you burn or use a dragon item, charges 2 seconds. This isn't going to trigger that often. It will double the burn on this to be okay versus Toxic Aludel actually making the damage good, which is the burn and the poison both getting good. This is unlikely to be used for us, except for the fact that we have 50 gold from it. That's good. That's really useful. Let's go to Goldie, who sells gold tier items.
Oh, investments.
Ones that we can afford, of course. Sword Cane, Rainbow Potion, Magic Carpet, none of those are interesting. We'll roll. Recycling Bin. When you use a potion, transform the potion into a random potion for the fight and gain 3 regen. Can you transform it at Mandala? I don't believe so, no. Sleep well, no one. I don't know that for a fact, though. Can I transform it? How can I check? Can I check like encounters, Mandala effects that way? Does she count as a merchant? Excuse me. I can find no additional information. Can confirm it does not work at Mandala. Tried to transform Eclipse and it did nothing. Dang. Thank you for clarifying for me, though. Amber slows 2 items 3 seconds. Your other slow items get an additional second of slow. I mean, it's nice, but like... The fact is, Turbo Smelling Salts only gets to haste one particular item. So as soon as I have 1 slow going up every 6 seconds, it's already enough. So I don't need Amber as well. And Fireclaw and Recycling Bin are fine left in the store as well. I mean, if any of these were reagents, I'd buy and sell them.
All browse, no buy.
JJ, you sell items. Why don't you sell me some reagents?
People first.
The other was Sharpening Stone. Maybe I should have gone for that. Potion. Ouroboros Statue. When you poison, gain 10 regen for the fight. Neat. Also Satchel. Got it! We're done! Woo! Boo, 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 boo! Game over. Poppy Field. When you use a weapon, poison 4. Your weapons have plus damage equal to 50% of the poison on your enemy. Which means the goop flail hits them, and then increases their poison, and then increases its damage, and then it hits them again! We don't need Toxic Aludel anymore, which means that we can take another potion off of the field. Ooh, that gives us a reagent, and this gives us a reagent. Cool, cool, cool. I'll go with those. I'm going to have to sell the Dragonheart. I'm going to have to sell Toxic Aludel as well as the Heavy Infinite Potion. Turbo Smelling Salts is still giving haste, but it gives it after 7 seconds, but then it gives it permanently. Unless I leave the potion there and sell the Vitality. I don't have to sell the Vitality Potion. I can just take it off the board. That's fine.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving. That's good.
So now, whenever I use a weapon, Poison 5, which means Spider Mace. Whenever I use a weapon, this gets 2 seconds charge. And whenever it fires, it poisons, adding additional poison to the enemy. Also, the Ritual Dagger gives regeneration for the fight equal to this item's damage. The item's damage is equal to 50% additional damage from the poison on the enemy. Good. It's good. I'm going to buy the Alembic, getting a small reagent. I will sell the Alembic and the reagent it gave us. And then I will buy the Sifting Pan. Oh, no, I should have bought the Sifting Pan before selling. I couldn't have done. Freak it out. Zoshima sells max skills. There's also Slow More Lumbra, selling slow skills. If I could start the fight with the slow because of Slow More Lumbra, I would, but I can't, so I won't. Zoshima.
I can teach you many secrets, but some you must discover for yourself.
The first 4 times you use a potion each fight, charge 1 weapon or burn item 1 second. Infinite Potion is a potion. Yep, I'll take that. There's also when you slow freeze, burn, or poison with an item, a regeneration item gains 1 regeneration for the fight, and then dumpster diving as well. But I will make my flail go faster.
You are by far my most gifted student. But some gifts.
Start of each day, get a small
curses.
reagent, so that will spawn that in that position, and then the potion distillery will try and transform it immediately.
I will leave you alive to learn the lesson. Why must we do this? Death laughs at us both.
All right, buddy. Oh, big freezes.
Please, share with me your secrets.
So let's have a recap there. Underperforming, which is fine. Heavy Infinite Potions making the Spider Mace faster as well, which is nice. Turbo Smelling Salts. I think I could replace the Ritual Dagger and still, like, run this build, which means Venom is the item I want to add. Great. It got frozen? Oh, right. It being targeted with frozen was the reason it was so under... Got it. Oh, the Shard of Obsidian did not get transformed. That's okay, because if I sell it, I'll get 1 regen as well as the Catalyst transformation. Shiny Hourglass! What? Adjacent items have their cooldowns reduced by 32%! Oh, boy in heaven. Spider Mace, 5.7 second cooldown. Fiery Goop Flail, 7 second cooldown. Why not? Why not? Hey guys, good to see. What is this? Alright. What do we want to do? I kind of want to head to JJ. Do I transform something with Vitality Potion? Do I transform the... I don't want to transform those. Maybe. Phonograph in shambles, literally. Phonograph could never. You know, the Heavy Infinite Potion actually might be the better target for that. Because that means 2.7 seconds into the fight, the haste goes off for the first time, which means that the Fiery Goop Flail fires for the first time much sooner. And every time the Heavy Infinite Potion goes off, it gives 2 seconds worth of charge back to the mace. So the mace is losing, 2.6 seconds worth of charge, but it gets 2 seconds worth of charge every 2.7, so it's losing like 0.8. I think the dagger would be better than the mace. You got rid of all your sustain. Let's think about that for a second. So this mace has the benefit of acting really, really, really fast. Causing additional poison to the enemy. And in doing so... Let's try it in a normal enemy fight.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Potion Distillery, I'll upgrade it. Do I need to upgrade it? Absolutely not. But do I want to?
Sad to say goodbye.
Yeah, fine. Why not?
Yeah. Do you have to leave already?
Yeah, I'll upgrade the poppy field. Yeah, we'll do that. It's finally time to walk back past 10,000 eyes in the line, and you can swap jumpers and make another move, but still in your brain, you got something to prove to all the smirking faces and the boys in black. Why can't they be precious? Why can't they have a laugh? Sorry. I'm just having fun. It's a weapons platform. Let's go. Give me distributed systems, please. Oh, everything's out of position. Don't crit me. All right, we're fine. Scary. Ooh, Uzi. Every 2 seconds, deal 10 damage. That seems better. Because that's every 2 seconds poison. Heavy infinite potion. Infinite potion is the slow trigger, which is giving the flail its hit as early as it is. Spider Maze is just so much faster. I transform Vitality Potion here. It's realistically never going back on board. I don't think you're wrong about that. Hiya. Crocodile Tears. Yeah. Durable, Cellar, and Apothecary. Cellar is reload an item every 4 seconds. Gain 4 regen for the fight. Oh, Tome of Yahan. Sure.
The more you get hurt, the more we can hang out.
Poison equal to your regeneration. You have 10 additional regeneration and sword gain. I'll keep the toxic Tome Yahan. I'm going to try and dedicate the rest of the board back into transforming reagents, which means I'm gonna need some reagents.
After all these centuries, there is still more to learn.
Get a gold tier reagent? It is. I think maybe I have to give up Uzi. Spider Mace realistically is going to be about as fast as it. Unfortunately, only like a Mandala event can help me transform this Nightshade at the moment. Can't need to say frozen lemons. Enjoy. This has been a wild ride getting to here. Kind of try and ignore what you're seeing on the board at the moment. Cover your eyes. I'll see you on the other side of the VOD. Monster Ranch. Lisa needs braces. I think I could sell my Nightshade gunpowder for 2 additional ammo. It's not bad. I kind of want to just go for the additional experience, though, because there's no cooldown reduction. I can get 1 regeneration. There we go. 4 more poison, you're right. It's the difference between life and death.
You are a child to me, and I will punish you.
You are a child to me, and I will punish you.
Yeah. Look at the numbers on them, by the way. Look at the numbers on them before it goes away. Look at the numbers. Did you see the numbers? Big numby. It's numpin'. Oh, pearls. Oh. Catalyst. Thank you kindly.
Hope you'd like to change of clothes, because you're gonna get dirty.
Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Thanks.
Looks like the Cretaceous era?
Oh, this game is too generous. And he sold small items. Raresh! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome on in, Raresh Raiders. How's it been going? Dude, they made the game playable again. Dude, they literally made it playable. You can actually click the buttons. They let you play the game. Welcome in, y'all. We're doing one of those classic Mac builds. You know, classic Mac. Somehow we ended up with a shiny hourglass from a transformation effect. And then the rest of the build happened. Fiery goopy flail, the poppy field, anytime you use a weapon, poison 6. That poison giving us 75%, or rather that poison on the enemy contributing 75% of itself back in damage to our weapons. So the fiery goop flail is double. Well, it's plus 1.75 times damage every time it hits. It's pretty sick. I'm jealous. I want to make the good flail work. I gotta tell you, the keys to the kingdom are these 2 items. They're both available at silver tier, which honestly, I would not be surprised if this gets limited to gold tier soon. I'm not going to start making balance predictions. It's way too early to be doing that. But I wouldn't be surprised. Letter opener. This is a fun one. I haven't used it much yet. Every 5 seconds, deal 20 damage, crit chance of 125%, and it loses 25% crit chance for the fight, so you can use it to charge up your magic carpet. Bottle tornado. Try and run this next time. Black Rose. Gain 4 regeneration for the fight. When you poison, this gains additional regeneration. Moth meal. I do need to buy and sell some reagents. Invulnerability potion, exceptionally powerful.
I I think that suits you beautifully.
I'm just going to buy and transform Mothmeal, I think. Yes, yes, I would like a chance for each of my goop flings to hit haste. That actually sounds like a good idea to me. By the way, members of the Republic, if you are not familiar with Raresh, you should be. If you saw oh my god, the numbers. If you saw the chest leaderboards, you'll recognize Raresh's name from the highest chest attainer in this game at the time that that was published. I assume still since, because the gap was large. Solve the district! Shield equal to your current health, and then damage equal to your shield. Irrelevant to us. I'm gonna get rid of the sifting pan.
With each new discovery,
it's irrelevant, but it is 50 additional gold. Now, upgrade the poppy field, so we're getting 100.
With more time comes greater perfection.
Can you transform legend item? Someone earlier confirmed that you can't do that. Or rather, it doesn't give you... It consumes the transformation, but it doesn't transform it.
I offer you at the edge of the foundation. They wait. They build.
I would guess if they did another chest census counting the chests exclusively from the period between the last leaderboard and right now, I would no longer be at the top. Fair. After this patch, though, pace picking back up. I gotta say, like, when I saw what they were doing with this patch, I went and stocked my house full of food. Like, that is probably the most concise way to describe my approach towards this patch. Is I saw what they were changing, and then I stocked up food in my house so I wouldn't have to leave. JJ, you sell items. I still want Venom? What else? Is it just Venom now? That'll transform Mothmeal at least.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Upgrade the catalyst before I get reagents for it, sure.
Enjoy your purchase.
Cauldron, not the kind of build for that. Heavy fire potion. Maybe you were better off as a reagent. You gave me 10 regeneration permanently for doing it. It's still kind of worth it, I guess. Hemlock's a reagent.
How about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
And we get Turbo Sulfur. Ugh. When this is transformed, enchant it with Fiery if able. I assume we're going back to Daily Bazaar videos. You assume correctly. I mean, this is already selling for 8. It'll sell for 8 after that. It'll have Fiery enchant. Don't really want that. Oh, but it's another reagent. No! I forgot that I could have transformed it for another 10. That's okay. Stop the moose. You fall below half health each fight. Take no damage for 1 second. Gain 25 regeneration for the fight. Your weapons gain additional damage equal to your regeneration. I'd have to take Turbo, Infinite, and Spider Mace off the board, and then it'd be just Staff of the Moose on the other side of the Shiny Hourglass. Take no damage for 1 second, gain 25 regeneration for the fight, and then your weapons gain additional damage equal to 1 times your regeneration. At that point, 1 times our regeneration is just going to be another 72 damage, but that 72 damage means that the Fiery Goop Flail, when it starts active... Basically, this is prevent enemy from killing me in 2 hits. They can still kill me in 1 hit, but 2 hits, no longer capable. I think what we're currently doing is more powerful than that. Ritual Dagger. I don't have the space for all of it. Yeah, we're fine. I can't believe the insane damage from Goop flail isn't objectively the most busted thing on your board. The shiny hourglass is so good. Yeah, 32% on both sides. Of course, still gotta be the heavy infinite potion so that we get the first activation of turbo smelling salts as soon as possible, but I think we're set.
I seek the ultimate secret. Will you get me any closer?
Ooh. I love seeing Pendulum. Shiny Soldering Gun on one side of it as well. They're using the Omega Ray. Uh-huh. 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 So, you remember when Master Salesman got nerfed? Excuse me, how much, Burn? Exactly. You remember when Master Salesman got nerfed? It was because, you know, with Balcony and Master Salesman and the fully upgraded Fixer-Upper and, like, and Deed, like, you had too much access to too many doublings. That was the problem, right? Like, you could double too many times. When you hit with the flail, and it does poison equal to its damage, and 7 additional poison, and then the weapon has additional damage equal to the poison on the enemy, your first hit is doubled for your second hit, and again for your third. So this represents double, 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 double. Yeah. Pretty sick.
Closer and closer. I can hear my sister's laughter.
Adira teaches Diamond skills. Vermeer teaches crit skills. Crit would be nice. Like, if this gets to the point where it just crits on the first hit, like, it applies that much poison, so that much poison becomes damage for its next hit. So it critting also doubles the gap between those. Professor Wriggle teaches poison skills. There are a lot of good poison skills here. Vermeer's crit skills and Adira are just all. We'll see what part gets nerfed. Max voice lines are great.
I cared nothing for my family's legacy. Only frivolous pleasures. One night, I left the Cauldron.
Oh, every time you click on him, he just starts telling the story from the start again?
That is when it happened.
It's like the it's like the person who's like at a party, but they've had like a recent trauma, and every time they talk to someone, they can't help but trauma dump. I don't know if anyone else has had that experience on both sides of it. I want to point out, Mace only cast twice that fight, and you still did. I genuinely think Ritual Dagger Regen would make you immortal to anything but a one-shot. Look, I'm worth trying it. I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I want Vermeer to give 25%. Well, it's not 25. The large one. The crit for your large items. Literally just give me a crit number for the Goop flail.
Now, I'll tell you your weakness. That's for me to sell to your enemies.
Standing in the corner. They don't know I caused my family's death. Everyone else. That guy caused his family's death. Do you know? Oh, yeah. He told you too. Honed Arsenal. Your weapons have 6% additional crit chance for each weapon you have. We have 2 when you heal or gain regeneration. And I can gain 6% crit chance for the fight. Big numbers! Your large items have 25% crit chance. That is what I was asking for. Toxic. Exposing toxins. When you poison, your items gain 2% crit chance for the fight. Admittedly, that is good, but my only poison comes out of when I attack. And I want crit before that, so that it can trigger on my first attack or 2.
Use it wisely.
Use it wisely. Artisan Dunes is still an absolutely insane huge hit because it's a bigger number to be starting from for the Goop Flail. Crits another doubling effect, exactly.
As a GSM and master merchant, I can sell you things.
Toxic energy potion. Good thing they nerfed this. This was way too powerful. Although they nerfed it a lot of times, and I don't know if it needed all of the nerfs that it got, but that's fine. Apothecary gives us reagent starts. Runic, your lifesteal weapons have 100% crit chance. Show globe, no thank you.
Memento Mori.
Leaves the debt. Honestly, I'm surprised Energy Pot wasn't nerfed as soon as Mac was released. You and I both. Yeah. It was kind of absurd. Especially considering, and I think this is one of the big reasons they needed to change a couple of things for it. Like, not just its timing, like, it was giving a lot of haste. It was giving the haste to itself. It was very easy to access perma haste on Mac courtesy of that. But also, because Mac has Moth Meal. Moth Meal is a small item that says, when I am transformed, give me heavy if I am able. And also has, it's Alembic and Potion Distillery, which transform the item on the left to a small random potion. So you could literally just fish. You could put it next to the Potion Distillery and keep visiting merchants until, as it absolutely eventually would, it would become the energy potion, and the energy potion would have heavy enchant. The heavy enchant on an energy potion says slow, or said, slow all of your enemy's items for, I think it was 3 seconds. It was way too accessible, and it was the best slow item in Mac's kit. It now just slows a single item. Much more reasonable. 2 seconds slow? Used to be 2 seconds. Hey, Rito, good to see you, buddy. Oh, hey, I know this game. It's a good one. It's a good, fun one. I'm glad they, I'm so glad they made this game playable.
Is it because I talk too slow?
It is absolutely not. I love you. Never change, Bakun. Whoa, wait a minute. I know the person streaming too. Whoa. Don't blow up my spot. I can't tell people that I'm just secretly critting off of all of your strategies in private conversations about this game. This guy must have gotten more scary now with the nitrogen hammer change. I mean, it's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, man. And that was while I was restricted and frozen. On. The Nitrogen Hammer. 10 seconds, deal 200 damage, freeze an item 1 second. When you freeze, charge this 1 second, and it deals 100 additional damage for the fight. It's good. It's good. It's absolutely good. I don't have freeze right now. I'm gonna go to Jules Cafe and just pick up 25 additional damage for my Goop Flail. I don't really need to transform anything at the moment. I can go to Andy.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated.
Durable, Runic Potion, Floor Spike, not necessary. Roll. Sure, I'll upgrade the smelling salts.
Remember, diamonds come in small boxes.
8 seconds of haste. Woo! Also Quill and Ink and Crocodile Tears. Irrelevant to us.
The Bazaar has many secrets. I will uncover them all.
It's only important if I get a cooldown reduction. It's not. What do the salts smell like, Raps? Wakefulness. They smell like alertness. Also kind of like Lemon Pledge, but if it was a crystal rather than liquid. Frozen Duck. Best of Frozen Luck. Wakefulness smell did make my mind go to Lemon Lime. Yeah, interesting. I also had that kind of... Strange that that's the association by default. Oh my god, we're versing a Dualtron! It's real! It was real. And then we deleted it. Because this thing doubles your doubles, your doubles, your doubles, your doubles, your doubles, your damage. Let's have a look at the enemy's items as well. Dualtron, the new expansion item, the what it's probably best referred to as like the centerpiece of the new Dualtron expansion. Every 30 seconds, it's been modified down, deal 2,000 damage. When you haste, slow, poison, freeze, or burn, charges 2 seconds. When you use a friend, shield 50. This has been double shielded and given additional shield courtesy of things like toughness. It's also restorative shield. Adjacent items have their cooldowns reduced by 15%, and it has 1 multicast if you have a large item. Green Wasp. When an adjacent item slows or freezes, charges 1 second. It's next to Blue Beetle, which freezes 3 items. And when an adjacent item poisons, you charge it for 1 second, so they're charging one another. Yellow Mantis and Red Firefly are doing the same with haste and burn. First Aiden's just here as well as a fast friend, and then Dualtron. So Dualtron has a Megazord, neat, uh-huh. Excuse me, it's called a Z-Shield? Oh, did they change its name back? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm overriding the developers on this one. Shield is such a cool name. You so seldom in English get to use zh, like appropriately. Like it's in slang most oftenly you get to do that. Shield. Shield and Zord. Oh. I'm doing it. I'm keeping those names. They can change it all they like. Your Ghost is going to be vicious to fight? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, 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 yes. It will be.
A result befitting my centuries of experience.
All right. That was a great run. I'm so glad we got to showcase this before I imagine maybe it isn't the same, because I've done this a couple of times on Mac and it's always been pretty good.